Hi guys, welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Jo Labbé, and we are here on Wednesday, September 19th. And this is a night for you to connect to your soul and to your own healing. And I'm here as a channel, a guide, and a facilitator as you do your own healing work. So I'm here sort of holding sacred space for you and helping the energy release for the entire group, for everybody who watches live and in the recording. So that is my job right now. So you're going to hear me make clearing noises as we go, and that is just a sound of me doing exactly that, clearing. When we hold on to energy too tightly, it needs to release from the energy body, and it's my job to help you do that. And so as I'm guiding the meditation, I am able to facilitate what you need to work on and how you want to work on it, if that makes sense to you. So we are here on this beautiful September evening, and I'm excited because we're still in summer. I know people are acting like it's fall and wanting fall things to happen, but fall's next week, and which I look completely forward to, as it's a progression of seasons moving forward. It's a sign that our life cycle is moving forward, and so that's a really neat thing. So hi Adrian, welcome to the show this evening. Glad to see you're with us. We are, just really in some interesting energy right now. Whenever there's a big storm nearby, it can cause some pressure shifts to happen, and that actually will activate in our own energy body. So there may be some of you who are on the East Coast who are feeling the effects of the hurricane, probably even days before it got here. And even though much of the rain has moved its way through, there's still this sort of cleansing that happened as part of the storm. And so we may be feeling the effects of that other energy that kind of came through and cleared through our body. So that is affecting the East Coast. And I know on the West Coast, there's storms as well and things going on. So when Mother Nature kind of gets cranky, if we're empathic or we have a very strong intuitive sense, it may actually stir things up in our energy body. So the cool thing is we can choose to release it. So some people have been having, physical symptoms like congestion or headaches or dizziness. You may have had emotional things like feeling fatigued, or just sort of feeling heavy in general. And those are all part of the planet shifting, and us being in the middle of her energy field. We forget sometimes that we are living in the Earth's aura, in her personal bubble. So when she needs to shake energy loose through these storms, we're there. So we can feel it even when it's not super close by. And so if you've been having some of those symptoms, then this is perfect for you tonight. You can choose to release any energy that is not yours as part of your healing if you would like. And tonight is all about, as we do the healing meditation, I encourage you to set your own intention, to set what you would like the healing to be about for you. Maybe you have an issue that's been coming up for you repeatedly. I know some people have been having some anxiety things coming up. Some people have had some relationship stuff coming up. Or maybe you're having difficulty with a job or with money. And so whatever that may be, you can choose the direction you want your healing to go. As I said earlier, I'm just a conduit. I guide the energy as Spirit tells me to help the whole group. And that's what we do here. So you are in charge of your own healing journey this evening. And I'm here as a facilitator. And so, interesting. The energy is really interesting this evening compared to some Wednesdays. So it has me a little scattered, which is a very cool thing. So one of the other things that is also happening sort of on a planetary basis is it's Yom Kippur. And, or it was yesterday, but I know it's still being celebrated. So that is New Year for in the Jewish faith tradition. And many of us had a Jewish lifetime in past lives, or we had just an awareness of the cycle happening that way, that the new year started in the early fall. And it's kind of why going back to school feels like a brand new school year. So again, there's this new year energy that happens around this time as well. And so with a new year, you can choose to release everything from last year in the past, 365 days. And you can also choose things you would like to create in this new part of your phase of your life. And as we do that, it's just as symbolic as doing it on January 1st. So you can take this opportunity, no matter what your faith tradition is, to open up and create a new year from this moment forward, if you would like, which is also another really cool thing going on. So, yeah, I know some of the clearing would like to start to happen. I'll show you guys the deck that I'm going to be using tonight. So it's called Ask an Angel. Let me move it over here so it's a little easier. And this deck is by Tony Salermo. And this is, I'm trying to see who the, and Carissa Mulatto is the other person. So these are very precise, let me put it that way, precise cards. So they have some general meanings, but in the readings this month have been very precise, and they've been very much to the point for people. So it's been an opportunity for people to really get a strong message from their spiritual team. And when I'm doing messages and the cards after, just know that it's your spiritual team communicating with my spiritual team. And so when that happens, yeah, all bets are off, I guess, because it's really a time when, the answers sort of come through me regardless. So if you would like a card drawn for you, make sure that you type in yes, please. And when you type in yes, please, I'll make sure to draw for you. I draw them in the order that people ask for cards. So I will do my best to do that as quickly and efficiently as I can. There are times when Spirit gets talking. So generally we can go a little bit long because we're waiting for Spirit to give the full message and make sure that the other person is understanding. So I'm just going to take a quick moment to bring up this broadcast. If you guys could do the same, I'm going to like and share this broadcast so that other people can see it. So it shows up on my timeline and it shows up in Star Nations. So there we go. And I'm just going to say join us. And sharing it to my timeline. And then to Star Nations, because you know how that goes. All right, Star Nations. Now she's so much faster at this than I am, but I know she's been very busy with her new puppy. So I want to make sure to get it out there to you guys. All right. Yes, and says Danny goes, yes, get yours. Yes, please, and now. Yes. Good job, Danny, for reminding Molly to put her yes in. And of course, I'll pull one for Cindy Lynn as well. Thank you, Jacqueline. Absolutely, you guys. So let's do our meditation, and as soon as we're done, I will do the card pull, okay? So to do this, you want to get yourself nice and comfy. You want to have your arms and your legs uncrossed because we want to make sure that our circuits are wide open. And when our circuits are wide open, then the energy can flow easily through us. And when we cross things, we sometimes can have difficulty with it ricocheting throughout our body. So we want to really ground this energy because we call in quite a bit. So we're going to begin by calling in the divine. However you perceive the divine, however you connect to the divine, this is your meditation. So if you want to ask for God or goddess or creator or all that is or oneness, consciousness, however you experience the divine in your own unique way, just invite that energy to come in for you in this moment. Yeah. And we invite the divine energy to surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and infinite light. Yeah. And if you're feeling a little unsteady or like you could use extra protection, you can ask the divine to put another bubble around the entire space that you are in. And remember that your bubble goes all the way through the floor beneath your feet as well as around you. Yeah. Yeah. And now we're going to invite in your spiritual team and invite in your whole spiritual team. You don't have to know exactly who they are, but invite in your angels and your guides, any of your ancestors, any of your spirit totems or your mystical creatures or star beings, whoever you connect to. We ask that we connect to the divine energy of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibration available to us in this moment to help with our healing. Yeah. And we set the intention that this healing meditation is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves. Yeah. 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 Nice. Now begin to call the divine energy to come in through the crown of your head and just initially just feel the connection. You may sense light or pressure or tingling or just have a knowing that the energy is there connecting with you. Yeah. And then begin to allow the energy to come through into your third eye and really calm your mind, calm all the spinning thoughts and ideas and beliefs and patterns and all the worrying about the should do's and could do's.
Yeah.
And really invite all the energy to come back into balance in your forehead, in that third eye.
Yeah.
We want to take a moment to call all our energy back to center from our past. So anything that we have been holding on to in the past, or that we keep talking about, or any trauma that reactivates in our past, we just want to gently bring our energy back to this moment, knowing that it will be there when we need it.
Doing that. Yeah.
And we also want to call all of our energy back from the future. All of the things we are worrying about doing, or might need to be done, or could be, or just anything that may cause us anxiousness about the unknown future, we want to just bring that back into the present right now.
Doing that. Doing that. Yeah.
And we want to open up all the pathways of communication that you have with your spiritual team, all the ways that they connect, and invite all five of our senses to work with our intuition as a team, so that you may have clarity on all the information that is gathered and that you receive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And allows you to see each situation clearly and concisely, so that you can make decisions and take action from your heart and from your center, rather than in a reactive state.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And bringing the energy into your throat and really opening up all communication that you have, so that when you speak, your needs, your wants, and your desires are heard and understood by others, whether the others are your spiritual team in the divine or other people.
Yeah.
And in return, it allows you to hear other people clearly, even those nuances of unspoken communication.
Okay.
And allowing the energy at the back of the neck, where we hold all of that stress and tension, and where we've held back words in fear, in anger, from being spoken, or felt like we were unable to speak our truth fully. Just really allowing that energy to release in all the ways that it is able to in this moment.
Yeah.
Releasing the burdens and the responsibilities that you've been carrying on your shoulders. All the times you said yes when you meant no, or no when you meant yes. Releasing any blame you may have attached to that, or any soft, negative self-talk.
Yeah. Right now.
That may be attached to that as well. And really just allowing yourself to relax in this moment.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah.
And moving into your lungs and giving yourself space to breathe in life fully. Releasing all the ways that you've held your breath in fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or in anxiety.
Yeah.
Really making room for the divine energy to flow through your lungs and into your heart. And as we move into the heart, really making space to release any self-doubt, any sadness and grief, shame that you've held on to that may be squeezing you from being who you are meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even releasing disappointment in ways that you maybe feel you've let others down or you've let yourself down.
Yeah.
And all the nuances that that blame can create for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in the upper right chamber of the heart, we're going to connect to your inner child. Really allow your child to release any burdens it's been carrying for you, any trauma or any energy that has kept your child from playing and being in the joy and wonderment that it is meant to be.
God. Yeah.
Allowing it to feel safe and secure in each and every moment.
Oh. Oh.
And moving into the lower right chamber of the heart and releasing our inner adult from all the responsibilities and all the doing. And give it a moment to simply sit and be in the being.
Yeah.
Thanking it for all that it does to help us accomplish what we would like to in our lives, for ourselves, for others.
Yeah.
But in this moment, giving it permission to focus simply on itself in this calm and relaxed space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And moving into the lower left chamber of the heart and connecting with our inner warrior, that part of us that takes action, that fuels the life purpose that we have and allows us to, fight for those things that we are here to advocate for. And just at this moment, releasing any hypervigilance it may be holding,
Yeah.
teaching it and reminding it how to be a peaceful warrior, to take action when needed. But in this moment, it too can simply be.
Yeah.
And moving into the upper left chamber of the heart and connecting to our inner sage, our wise one, the elder.
Yeah. Yeah.
and opening communication with that part of us that we have carried with us in each and every lifetime, who is able to show us and remind us of all the knowledge we've ever accumulated.
Yeah.
And bring it into our awareness when we need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just creating a little more space in our heart to hold more compassion for ourselves and for others.
Yeah.
And even in the back of our heart, between our shoulder blades.
Yeah. Yeah.
And allowing the energy to come down into the third chakra and begin to clear away anything that is squeezing our self-worth, our self-confidence, or our self-esteem.
Yeah.
Any fear we may be holding on to, fear of the future, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of success.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any anger that you may be carrying, frustration, resentment, even righteous anger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when anger burns too brightly, it impacts all of our organs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing judgment of others that others have made of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing assumptions. We act on them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really calming that fight, flight, or freeze response, allowing it to come back into balance, gentle itself. For in this moment, you are completely safe and secure.
I. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And moving into the second chakra and really bringing your emotions into balance, allowing them to all be felt fully, bringing them into a gentle ebb and flow, so that when you exchange them with others and with your environment, you are able to feel the response and take action, but not absorb it and hold on to it.
Yeah.
For our emotions are our radar, our way of understanding our environment, and they are very necessary
Yeah.
in helping us communicate with others.
Yeah.
And really bringing all of the relationship energy back into balance as well. Relationships with friends and family, relationships with food and money and alcohol and drugs, so that all of the toxic energy we may be carrying, or all the negative squeezing energy, that which makes us smaller, we can release that and allow ourselves to feel full of who we are and confident.
Yeah.
in all of our relationships, and allowing our manifestation circuit to open wide so that all we wish and desire to create can take root as it moves through our hips and down into our first chakra. And as it is down near our tailbone and in our legs, releasing any residue around safety or security or insecurity that you may be holding on to. Any ways that you've given away your power to others in your family or your work or even to money.
Joina.
So that in this moment you are safe and secure and able to create your own life of your own choosing.
Jai.
And allow the energy to move down both of your legs, down your thighs, and into your knees, and really begin to feel or imagine the flexibility you can have in your life with a strong energy system, a strong foundation, how you can manage change easily and gracefully. And as the energy moves into your calves and your shins, begin to imagine your energy taking root beneath you. Whether you see roots growing out from under your feet, or whether you feel a giant cord of connection from your tailbone or from your heart, that's like a giant umbilical cord connecting all the way to the center of the earth. As the roots go down through the ground, they pass through the floor and through the foundation of the building you may be in, and through layers of dirt and rock and crystal, going past dinosaur bones and ancient civilizations, and allowing it to go miles and miles into the center of the earth. And as our connection goes deeper and deeper, knowing that what you are willing to release is composted and turned into beautiful new food, air, water, and shelter for the entire planet. So not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping everyone and everything around you.
Yeah.
And as your roots and your cord reach that molten lava center, the heartbeat of Grandmother Earth, allow your energy to connect to it. Either imagine the cord going through it or your roots wrapping around it and holding it tightly. And now gently invite the Divine Mother's energy to come up through your roots and your cord to fill in all those nooks and crannies where you released energy. You may experience this as like golden honey or like thick mud as it comes in and it just fills in all of those places, nourishing your body.
Yeah.
In all of its layers. And as it begins to come in through your feet, giving you the ability to walk your life purpose in your spiritual life and your physical life equally, coming in to fill in your pelvic floor like a giant bowl of creation. And allowing it to come up your torso and just gently fill your organs, allowing them a moment of peace and rest so they don't have to work so hard for you.
Yo ahí now. Yeah. Yeah.
And then bringing it up your spinal cord and through your rib cage, your lungs. And gently begin to fill your heart in all its dimensions, your physical heart, your chakra hearts. And just imagine that heart just stretching and growing as it's filled with all this unconditional love from the Divine Mother.
Yeah.
Allowing you to feel more compassion for yourself and for others. As that energy begins to overflow, allowing it to roll down your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands, so that everything you touch and hug can hold the divine energy as well.
Yo ahí not. Yeah.
And allowing it to move up through the back of your neck and into your throat, allowing you to speak your authentic truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Opening your self-expression in all the ways that you share who you are.
Yeah.
And calling it up through your head and into your brain and out the top of your crown. And as it goes out the crown, just imagine it like a giant fountain of water, but energy that flows over you and around you in each and every direction, in each and every dimension, repairing any cracks or crevices or tears or holes that you may have in your auric layer, all of your auric layers.
Yeah.
Reminding you that your aura is above you and below you, all the way through the ground, into the earth. It's in front of you and behind you, even behind your left shoulder and your neck,
Yeah. Yeah.
and on either side of you,
Yeah.
allowing it to repair in the physical layer, in the emotional layer, in the mental layer,
Yeah.
in the spiritual layer, and even through your past lives and your karma, allowing it to clear in each and every dimension.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now take a moment to allow the excess healing energy to go down into Mother Earth, sending her healing to help her as she goes through her growing pains. Clearing the energy of the planet is big work for her. And giving her gratitude for all that she does to take care of us.
Yeah.
And now also take a moment to send healing out to those who have prayed or asked for healing, knowing that all healing is for the good of all and harm to none, and that if the healing is not for their highest best, it will simply pass to someone else in need. Going out to those who are struggling with the natural disasters or simply struggling within their own body and in their own situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I invite you to take a moment of gratitude for your spiritual team to connect with you, to assist you, to remind you how to heal yourself.
Yeah.
And now you can gently begin to bring your energy back into center, back into your physical body. You might want to feel the weight of your body in your chair. Feel the texture of your clothes on your body. You might want to stretch or yawn.
Yeah.
Wiggle your fingers or toes. Notice the sounds around you or the smells in the room.
Yeah.
And when you are ready, come on back. So welcome back, guys. All right. So this is when I pull cards for people. So I respond to them in the order that people ask. So hang in there. If you didn't, if you don't hear it right away, it takes me a little bit to go through everybody. And I'm going to pull the first card for Mary Elizabeth because she messaged me earlier. So, Mary Elizabeth, this is your card. It is the sexuality card. And the sexuality card is connected to Anael, Anael. And this card is reminding you of all the creation energy we hold within our body. When we deny who we are as a being, a sexual being, we also deny all of our creation energy. So sexuality is very tied into our spirituality because they both use our sense of self. And when we are strongly in who we are and confident with that, we can then express that in any way that we want to. But if we close down our sexual being and we're not willing to be comfortable within our own body, then we create that discomfort in all aspects of our lives. And this is a difficult one for women because we get so many mixed messages about our body and what it should look like, and what's sexy and what's not. And as we change ages, the rules change. So all of this comes down to being comfortable with who you are in each moment and feeling alive in all the ways you are able to create, including in your sexuality, because that will help you in abundance in all sorts of ways. All right, my dear. All right, so Adrian. I'm going to take down my name. All right, so Adrian, I don't know if you can see the bottom of the card, but it is passion is your card today, and it's Nathaniel. And passion is different, right, than sexuality. Passion is that fire that burns, and that fire then fuels who you are and also how you do things. You know when you have to do something and you don't want to do it, and you kind of like force yourself to do it. you never really do a great job at it because you're kind of doing it to get it done. When you ignite your passion and what you love to do, people feel that. And, that's what they talk about when they talk about like life purpose or your soul's mission. It's like those things that get you excited and fill you with fire. And then you get to use that fire of passion into whatever you want to create. And it doesn't have to be, it can obviously be a relationship, but it can be a painting, and it can be a job. It could be a business plan. It could be, organizing your house so that it feels like you and you feel comfortable in it. So look at where your passion gets activated. I always think of our inner child gets excited, but then that like fire takes root and we just really run with it. That's where the beautiful big ideas come from. So it's telling you to get that, ignite that passion and use it to move forward in your life right now. All right. So Jacqueline, one for you first. So your card, dear, is hope. So the hope card is connected to Amatiel, Amatiel, and I hope I'm saying that right. The angels and I know that sometimes I'm terrible with pronunciation. So this is about hope. And with hope, we need to be in a space, or we get to be in a space where we can imagine there are other possibilities in our life. So when we get stuck in thinking this is the only way and there's no way out, or this is all there is for me, we deplete our ability to hope and to create in the future. So when you're called on to open hope within you, usually it means you want to take a little time to connect to the divine and start asking your spiritual team for the things that you would like in your life. And it can be anything. People sometimes wait to pray and ask for things until it's big. But then you're not in communication daily with your spiritual team. So when you're asking for little things, then the big things are just the same. They have no, to your spiritual team, to your angels or your guides, there's no difference from you asking for your favorite cookie and you asking for $1 million house. They're just a thing. They're just an object. So try to take that out of your awareness and really start talking to your team on a daily basis so that you can find some things to get excited for. Start to think of what you would like to happen in the next month or in the next 3 months, and feel how that energy of hope starts to take root. If you have a lot of doubt in your belly, it's hard for your heart to be open. That's the piece I'm hearing. So do your best to sort of breathe love and acceptance into yourself and make room for hope to take root in your heart. All right. Mary Ellen. All right, Mary Ellen, your card is conflict resolution. All right. And this is Archangel Raguel, Raguel. And conflict resolution is a card that comes up when we get anxious about upsetting somebody else, or when we have this thing going unspoken. When people get mad and they just shut down and they don't talk. And then in not talking, your imagination gets spinning about what they could possibly maybe be mad about. and it gets way out of control and way out of proportion. So this is like one of those situations. And basically what it's saying is that sometimes you need somebody else to help you when there's a conflict. Bring in an outside person who can be unbiased to the best of their ability. But sitting in an anxious, angry place is not good for anybody, not good for your emotional health, not good for your physical health. And so even though it may be difficult, it's time to start healing by finding ways to resolve the conflict. And if you need to bring in an outside person, then I highly recommend that. But if not, it's time to have that difficult conversation, because that's the only way that this energy will start to subside. All right? And let me know if you need help with that. Hi, Nancy. Hi, welcome to the show. I need a crown from you. Just putting it out there. I have a crown that I can see, and I think you're the woman to make it for me. All right, so surprise, surprise. Your card is emotion. And I'm not even going to try to say her name. It's Phuel. And so she's a reminder that, you especially are an emotional being. And you are just like the ocean. When the weather is beautiful and calm, the emotions just sort of gently lap as they go in and they go out. And when the storms kind of come from the environment, the waves start crashing. And there are times when that sort of crashes over you. So it's a reminder of you are meant to feel all of your feelings, and you know this deeply and completely, and that when you are here as deep an emotional being as you are, you're here to remind everyone else how to feel their feelings fully. And that takes a huge leap of faith on your part in releasing fear of actually dealing with people, because people are really difficult when you are super sensitive and so in touch with the nature realm, right? I mean, all of nature is speaking to you, and I'm sure at times crying out to you, because I know I have that happen when, plants and trees are getting invaded by weeds or those invasive plants, and they're like crying out, and we hear it and we feel it. So this is an emotional time for you. I'm sure the storms haven't helped. But remember that this is a gift. This is such a gift and not a curse. And that we need you to be doing the work that you're doing, because it reminds all of us the depths that we actually can feel love and compassion for each other, and all of the beings who walk the planet with us, because you are such an advocate for all of Mother Nature's children. It's the best way that I can hear that. I hope that helps. All right, one for Cindy Lynn. I hope you weathered this storm well, Cindy Lynn. All right, my dear. So your card is Heaven and Earth. This is Archangel Metatron. And when Archangel Metatron comes in, he reminds us about our Hara line, that tube, crystalline tube that goes all the way up to the divine and all the way down into the earth. So it's that energy of as above, so below. And we are deeply connected to the divine Father energy and the divine Mother energy. And there are times when things are swirling around us. I think you had the storm or tornado last week. So as it's swirling around us, we need to be rooted fully in our spiritual connection, because the divine will hold our roots steady, will keep our tree firm even in the winds of change. So this is reminding you how to be strong as all of this chaos is whirling around you. And it's all through your connection to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And they have you, they will hold you and keep you sturdy if you remember to ask them to. Okay? All right, Molly. Can't wait to see you this weekend. All right. Your card is communication, my dear. So this is Archangel Gabriel, who's so amazing for the throat chakra. And so this is about you learning to speak your truth from your heart. And people can't guess what you want and what you need. You have to tell them. And even though that may be super duper difficult with how sensitive you are, that is the only way. And it's really not fair when we ask people to try to guess what we're feeling by not sharing that. And by asking for what you want and you need. Because when we ask for it from our heart space, then everyone else around us gets to ask for it too. And what's better than people just being able to say their truth and speak their truth? And so this is a big thing for you. It's a big thing in second year because as we move into relationship land, you know, a lot of the behaviors that we're working on and releasing in our codependent relationships all come from lack of communication and lack of boundaries. And so they're explaining that the first thing that you need to work on is communication, because that will help set some boundaries right off the bat for you that will feel empowering, and it will allow, you know, your sensitive being to just feel like you're in a sacred container. Okay? Hi, Lindsay. Nice to see you. All right, sweetie, your card is Battle. And this is Samael. The Battle card's a tough one because this has two layers usually. First is the battle that we're having inside of us. Should I, shouldn't I? And the tug of war between our responsibilities and what our soul needs, the physical and the spiritual aspects of our life. And when we're not in balance, our energy body battles inside of it. This is when the negative self-talk starts to happen, the blaming and the shaming and the, you know, oh, that was stupid, I shouldn't have done that. The all the ways that we talk down or talk badly to ourselves. And when we do that, then we're giving other people permission to talk to us the same way. So then we move into the battle around us, which is people pleasing. When we try to do what everybody else wants us to do, and it feels so out of sync with who we are. And then when we stand up for ourselves, we sometimes have to like go to battle on that end of things as well. So you've got a number of different layers of battles that I feel are going on right now for you. Try to stay as centered as you can. because when you react, you're going to create more conflict. And call on Samael, Samael, to help you with the internal battle so that you don't have to have so many external battles. Okay? Ah, nice to see you, Jennifer. Nice. Michelle. All right, Michelle, your card is art. I love this card. It's so gorgeous. And this is Archangel Gabriel as well. Anything that has to do with our self-expression, Archangel Gabriel is really good with, whether it's speaking and communication or whether it is creation. And so this is time for you to tap into that artistic side of you. And we each have one. You know, we may not feel that we're an artist, but we all have our own way that we are an artist. So some people literally do art or do music or dance, and some people make clothes, or they create yummy meals, or they make beautiful gardens, or they decorate their home, or how they choose to dress. So that, because you can be the canvas, and what you're wearing can be your artwork. So it's reminding you that when you tap into the artist within you, it opens all the gateways for abundance and for creation to happen. So art really fuels the soul. It's like you have like an empty spot that needs filling. And maybe it's just going and appreciating art that other people have created, or listening to a concert, because that can move you emotionally and open the way for you to want to create your own. So get going, because they're calling on it. And it's like, it feels like there's like this empty spot just below my rib cage where your art is supposed to be. So go fill it. All right, Amy. Hi, Ingrid, as well. And Dina. So, Amy, your card is the Earth. And this is Archangel Ariel. And the Earth is a twofold card as well. So the Earth is reminding you that you are connected to her, and that when you're feeling unsettled and when you're feeling anxious, you need to remember that you're part of her. So do things to ground yourself, like, rub your feet on the floor, hug a tree is actually really good for you, or put your back against a tree. You can also do things like, stomp your feet really fast. It drops your body and your energy. I like to dance. That will put you back in your body lots of times. But also doing things like eating protein and food that has come out of the earth, like your root vegetables. Those will all ground your energy. And the other piece of this is that is your root chakra, which is your first chakra. That's needing a little support. And that's where the food eating can help. Like I said, the protein and the root vegetables are really good for that. And you can also use color to help you remind to ground yourself. Believe it or not, red will help you with that. But people love the scent of trees. So I love the essential oils for that. Anything that has a tree in it. So white fir, or the Melaleuca tea tree, spruce, cypress, even sandalwood. Anything that has that woody smell can also help drop your energy into the earth and remind you how to connect. And when we're ungrounded, in our root chakra, then we are having difficulty focusing and lots of times sleeping, but really not having trouble paying attention and getting easily distracted. So get yourself some earth. All right, Dina. Nice to see you. Your card is healing, and it's Archangel Raphael, sort of the supreme healer when it comes to the archangels. So when Archangel Raphael comes in, he's really clear that it's time for you to do some self-care and to take care of yourself, because if we aren't in the fullness of our energy body, we really can't do anybody else any good. So this is like the oxygen mask when you're flying. You know, put it on yourself first, and then you put it on somebody else. So you are in a space where there's some healing that you need to do, because you are a healer. And but when we are trying to heal from an empty pot, we're only giving 10% or 20% because we just don't have it. We get exhausted, we get drained when we try to help other people. And if you're getting that run down feeling, it's because you've given too much energy away. So it's time to think about things that feel good for you for self-care and self-healing. You know, get an energy healing, go get a massage, get acupuncture, go to the chiropractor, go take a walk in the woods, go for a swim, whatever fills you up. Take a yummy nap, have some tea, take some time to meditate, do yoga, like whatever really allows you to recharge your own battery. Take some time to do that soon before your body makes you take time. And by that I mean, you know, you don't want to attract illness because you didn't take care of yourself ahead of time. Okay? So do that. Oh, nice. Hi, Carolina. Yes, I will pull a card for you. And Esperanza. Hi, Esperanza. I'll see you soon. All right. So your card, Carolina, is first, and that is the children card. And the children card is with Archangel Metatron. And Metatron has a unique perspective because he was here as a physical being. He was the prophet Enoch. And so he really understands that the children are our future, that our children remember their divinity. And that's why when you look at a baby and they smile, you just smile and you giggle and you laugh, because they can see you without all of the masks that you may be wearing or all the ways that you try to please other people. They get to see you in your soul. So it's time for you to sort of give back to children and or allow them to heal you. That's the other piece. Because when we spend time with children and laughing with them, they remind us of our inner child and how to take care of ourselves. And that can happen. One of my favorite ways is to go to like a Disney movie in the movie theater, you know, like Saturday or Sunday afternoon when it's jam-packed with little kids. And the way they just laugh and they talk to the movie, and it just makes you laugh and fills you with joy because of all the wonderment and excitement that they're having. So give that a try. All right, and for Esperanza, Esperanza, you got the beauty card. And isn't she lovely? It's like her wings have become part of her hair. And it's Archangel Haniel. And so when we are in our heart and when we are in that space of sharing, we radiate beauty, because beauty isn't physical. It's what shines from inside of us. So it's reminding you that to drop any of the self-doubt, or I don't know, it's more any ways that you've put yourself down in that respect. It's not the right word either. It's like any ways that you've allowed other people to collapse your self-esteem and your self-worth. So when others dictate what is beautiful or whether we're beautiful or not, it hurts our heart and it hurts our soul. So take back your own power and allow your beauty to shine, because you do that quite lovely. And just allowing that to shower other people, because it reminds us that we're all beautiful in our own way when we shine who we are out to everybody to see. I guess that's the best way to put that. All right. Hi, Ingrid. I'm glad you're watching. Yes, you may have a card. Oh, Christina, hi. All right. So, Ingrid, your card is prayer. And prayer is Archangel Sandalphon. And Archangel Sandalphon is also one of the two angels who were here in physical form as a prophet. And so when he's reminding you to pray, it's again, remember to connect with the divine. Remember to ask for what you need and what you want, even if that's just to allow you space to not feel alone. Because we're never alone. We are always surrounded by the divine and our spiritual team. And when we pray, we can feel that or sense that or simply know that, because we feel that peace and that calm come over us. And it's just reminding you of how lovely that feels for you and what that does to feed your soul. And remember, prayer doesn't have to be traditional prayer. It can be affirmations. It can just be simply having a conversation with the divine. You know, like, I'm here today and I am so happy to be connected to you. And thank you for showing up and being here with me in each and every moment. It doesn't have to be, begging. I don't know. And it doesn't have to be formal. I mean, there's some beauty in the ritual of prayer, certain prayers, but it doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be you and your connection. Nobody else. Okay? All right. Nice to see you, Christina and Mary. Of course, I'll pull for you, Mary.
Yeah.
All right, Mary, your card is Hidden Worlds. And this is Archangel Raziel, Raziel. And hidden worlds are the parts of ourselves that we forget are there. As part of our self-discovery, there are parts of ourselves that we've hidden away because, we were scared, or it wasn't safe, or it just wasn't okay with our family, our friends, our society, our religion. So when the Hidden Worlds card comes up, it's reminding you to go inward and to look inside, use some introspection through meditation, through prayer, and see who you've hidden with inside of you. Have you hidden your artist? Have you hidden your writer? Have you hidden your playful child? And there are parts of you that are desperately yearning to come out. So when you can look inside and feel your way through, or sense what used to bring you joy that you haven't done in a long time, really allow yourself to check back into that and connect, because it's itching to come out. All right, you are welcome, Adrian. All right, Christina McLew. Yes, you may have a card. Your card, my dear, is joy. And joy is Ramalia, Ramaela. And she is a reminder to tap into your joy, into your heart. Allow your inner child to just stretch and be playful and be in the wonderment and the excitement of new things. And I'm feeling like going out in nature and jumping up and down and singing, because you've been very busy adulting lately, and your soul is a little cranky about that. So you need to find some ways to access that joy, bring it back out. Go play with your friends, get your, go bowling or go karting, or, whatever it is that brings you fun. I love to play skee ball or air hockey. So, I can get giggly in doing that. Or go play old fashioned video games, or pinball machines or something. And, but whatever you like that brings you joy, also do some more artwork too. Your artwork is also itching to come out as well. A lot of you need to do your artwork. So I'm looking at that as a reminder for myself. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Can't wait to see you again. All right, Lynette. All right, Lynette, your card is clarity. Get it right here, sweetie. All right, and clarity is Archangel Jeremiah. And notice she was looking up, right? So clarity comes when we are really connected with the divine and our spiritual team. Our third eye and our intuition needs to be wide open, because when we close that down, we get spinning in our thoughts and we can get all out of control. And so this is reminding you that the center place for clarity is peace, calm, and connection. And the connection with your spiritual team, the connection with the divine, and really just allowing yourself some quiet. I'm hearing a lot of noise or chaos around you. And so it's really hard to get clear when you're distracted all the time. So maybe you need to find a quiet space for yourself, even if it's your car. And give yourself time to journal and to connect. I don't know if you do automatic writing or not, or if you brain dump by using paper, but I'm seeing like the clarity coming through writing and writing and writing and writing, so you can get that junk out of your head, and really allow space for the new thoughts and the new possibilities. It's really about possibilities, because you're kind of mucked down in what everybody else has told you is possible, and there's way more than that. So get some of those things out of your head and give yourself some space to get some clarity. But your spiritual team and the divine are ready to work with you. You just want to open that third eye just a smidge. If you have lavender oil, that will help open and calm that third eye for you. Deborah Clemens. Sorry, I missed the other part. Your card is clearing. and this is Archangel Michael. So he's reminding you all the ways that we hold on to energy in our body, which is what we are doing today in the meditation, but in our space too. So I'm feeling a lot of chaos and clutter for you. And it doesn't mean like it's dirty, it's just not organized the way you feel relaxed. Everybody has a different level of comfort when it comes to organization. But when we start to feel chaos in our energy body, it usually shows up in our environment. So I always see it as when I start to do my tornado. I end up having a bunch of things everywhere, kind of started in different areas, but I need to go through them and kind of complete them. But everything needs to have a place and be put away. So when I'm in those times of creation, the other things aren't distracting me, like, oh, I better do the dishes, or oh, I need to do laundry. Because actually taking time to do things like clean your closet gives you more creativity and more space. So when I am in a time where I feel stuck or anxious, the first thing I do is I clean my closet, and then I clean my drawers in my bedroom, and then I clean my desk at work, and then the kitchen table, because we have an extra table in our kitchen that tends to collect all the papers and bills and things people kind of throw there. So those places, when I see that they're getting a little out of hand, it's time for me to do clearing. And remember, you can use beautiful things like sage and sweetgrass afterwards to kind of continue to clear and move the energy, or the energy detox spray that I have on my site. All right. Nice, Molly. Yes. Good, good. Hi, Constance. Nice to see you. Perfect. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these. Yes, Nathan, of course. I've got a card for you. All right. Your card is creativity, and it's Archangel Nathaniel. He's been coming in here a lot today. So Nathaniel is about creativity and about passion and activation. So this is about stirring those creative juices and starting to use them. Our energy gets stuck in the mundane, and then we get bored and we get cranky. So our inner child really loves when we get a moment to do something fun and create something new. So this is time to put on your thinking cap and then throw it away. Think for a minute on how you would like to get your creativity flowing, and then get out of your head and into your heart. Because this fire comes in your solar plexus, and it really heats up all that emotion energy and gets the passion going, and then it takes action. So I'm not sure what your creative juices are geared toward. It doesn't feel like a traditional like painting kind of thing, but it is definitely time for you to take action with that, because yeah, you've got all of this fire and you're not using it. And it could be so amazing, like mind-blowing. So there you have it, sir. So I hope I got everyone. If I didn't get you, make sure you still have time. You can type in yes, please. And if you're watching this after the show, feel free to type in yes, please into the comments, and I will pull a card for you anyways. And for those of you who are out here in Massachusetts or within a reasonable drive, I would say, next Tuesday evening from 6 to 8 p.m., we are celebrating the fall equinox, and we're also celebrating the full moon. So we're going to do healing, and we're going to do a sacred fire burning and share a potluck dinner, and it will be a lovely gathering and celebration. We were going to do 2 separate days, but my spiritual team said it was going to be a little exhausting for me to do that. And, you know, stay tuned to, I will be here. Oh, good, Connie. I will pull your card 1 second. So I will be here next Tuesday for chakra sessions at noon. And the topic is degrees of love. Because a number of people have been asking about different types of love and the difference between lust and love. And so that is, it all holds in your energy body in different places and with different intensity, depending on how many chakras are connected to the love you're experiencing. So that's what we'll be talking about on Tuesday. And I will be back here next Wednesday as well for soul sessions. So let's get Connie in so she doesn't miss out on her card. All right, your card, sweetheart. Funny that this is the last one. Or maybe it's the last one. It's completion. And this is Archangel Azrael. So this is really cool. It means that, you know, something is coming to an end. And what's coming to an end is really in alignment with how it is meant to be. It's like a cycle being completed. And some people get nervous when something's ending because then it's unknown what the future holds. But this is a time to celebrate and recognize all the hard work that you've done around this energy and that you continue to do, and that you're being held in this beautiful heart space that you've come full circle. It's like you've gone through a spiritual lesson, and now you've come to the end, and you'll be ready to tackle the next spiritual lesson in the future. But take time out to celebrate that, your achievements and what you've gone through, because, you know, sometimes these soul lessons are a little bit tough on the body, tough on the soul, but you are through it and complete. And yeah, celebrate. I'd take you out to dinner if I lived closer, sweetie, because it sounds perfect for you. Oh, thank you, Neshi. All right, you guys. So with that, you guys have a beautiful night and the rest of your weekend. And for those of you who are part of Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing, Pegasus class, the year 2s, I will see you this weekend and we will shake things loose. I am so looking forward to it. And remember that I will be at Star Nations in October to do some shaking up for some healing for you. If you want to come see me in person, I'd love to have you. And with that, guys, have a beautiful rest of your night. Bye.